we get you set for Michigan and Illinois, a series dominated by the Wolverines. Michigan leads the series 53-9-1. The last time Illinois beat Michigan, January 18th, 1986. Dean Linke along with Sharia Musser as we take a look at the NCAA rankings. Florida, of course, won it last year. They're #1 again. Michigan started the season at #1. They now sit at #3. Look at the rest of the Big Ten. Illinois, Nebraska, Minnesota, even the Buckeyes of Ohio State in the top 25. 5 Big Ten teams in the top 25, Sharia.
That is awesome. It's so great to see the Big Ten and those top 25.
Kim Landress, you see her right there, the head coach with Illinois. Has been here 14 seasons, 5 as the head coach, 25-6-0. Illinois starting on the vault with Foley, LeDuc, Mary Jane Horth, Buchanan, O'Connor, and Hutcherson.
Absolutely, got a strong lineup for vault.
And how about Beverly Plotke, formerly Beverly Fry, 27 seasons, started at 23 years old, 20 Big Ten titles, 11-time Big Ten Coach of the Year. And Michigan will start on the uneven bars. Big Ten women's gymnastics on the Big Ten Network, and you see Bev Plotke right there, 27 seasons at Michigan. Of course, the reigning Big Ten championship. What a job she's done.
Absolutely. She has done a tremendous job with this team. I mean, you can see that each year they seem to get better and better.
Final instructions for Bev Plotke. Illinois getting set. Nice crowd here at Huff Hall. Of course, chilly outside, but nothing like what's going on the East Coast, as we wish everybody well there, including Sharia Musser, who came in from Baltimore just in the nick of time.
I sure did.
So Michigan will start on the bars. All right, it's Heather Foley, the senior from Wisconsin. Will get us started on the vault.
Nice strong run. Big height off the vault and a stick to start off the competition.
Great start for Heather Foley. She's been a staple in the vault lineup for Coach Landress.
Let's take a look at that stick again. Little bit of leg separation in the air, but she made up for it on that stick.
All right, a late change coming in. Briley Casanova, we thought was going to be able to go on the bar. She's got a back issue, so she will not be able to go, as Michelle Christopherson will lead off for Michigan on the bars. And keep in mind as well, here on the Big Ten Network, the ticker or the crawl down on the bottom will keep you updated on the lineups and the scores.
Huge release move to start off with. Judges are looking for those nice straight handstands. Very nice handstand on top. Winding up for the dismount. Double back and a stick landing. Very nice duck landing there for the Wolverines.
Michelle Christopherson has been through so much, so many big-time injuries. Working her way back. How about the dismount?
She had huge height. She was above the high bar, which is exactly what the judges are looking for. That was awesome.
Heather Foley, by the way, a 9.75 to get things started on the vault for Illinois. So a nice start in that leadoff position is now Lizzie LeDuc. Talk about Olivia Karras for Michigan. How about this freshman phenom from Dallas, Texas?
Got another Yurchenko full, beautiful. Nice height off the vault. She had a slight hop back, but very beautiful form in the air. A little bit of bent elbows on the table. But overall, great vault.
One hop for Lizzie LeDuc. Perhaps a little bit of deduction for being off center on the landing.
Yeah, they can definitely take. They want to see you land right in the middle of that mat.
All right, here's Lindsey Williams. We mentioned the fact a nice mix of senior leadership as well as the junior captain, Nicole Arts. And Lindsey Williams, a true success story, a walk-on at Michigan. Coach Bev Plotke says she truly epitomizes what she believes as a Michigan athlete, going back to the days of Bo Schemblecker. One of her idols, Bo Schemblecker, actually hired Bev Plotke.
Beautiful routine so far. She's definitely hitting those handstands. Looking for another stick here. And she got it. They are on a roll.
Beautiful finish for Williams.
There was a look at the dismount. Very nice form in the air. You could see that landing. Got her legs ready for it.
Walk on, now a scholarship athlete. Here's Mary Jane Horth, the junior from Akron, had a big sophomore campaign for Illinois.
Doing some mental preparation there before she starts. And a beautiful Yurchenko full. She had a lot of power there. A little bit of a hop back. Good elbows on the table. Was able to get some good height.
Mary Jane always with a lot of distance, very clean, a staple in the program on the vault since her freshman year. Williams, by the way, score of 9.875 on the bars, as now Austin Shepard, the senior from Murphy, Texas.
Lining up for the release move. What a huge Tkachev that was. Very beautiful form while she's on the bars. Her elbows are very straight going into those cast handstands. And we got the dismount. Landed a little bit short. Her shoulders were down. Didn't quite get those shoulders all the way up, which resulted in that step. Let's take a look at this release move here. Look how much height she gets on that bar. She can see it all the way through. And the dismount, see there, a little bit of short rotation.
Keep in mind that ankle has been through so much. She broke the ankle, tore all kinds of ligaments, working her way back. You can still tell as she tries to stick, that ankle gives just a little bit.
Yeah, there's always a little bit of hesitation when you have had a previous injury.
Here's Erin Buchanan on the vault for Illinois.
Another huge vault. Just a slight step with that right foot.
Shepard, by the way, with a 9.825.
Good leg form in the air. Looked like she threw her head out coming off that vault just a little bit, which the judges will take for.
Buchanan from Virginia. She's a junior, all-around gymnast for Illinois. How about the defending all-arounder in the Big Ten, Nicole Arts, the junior? As we said in the open, she can do it all, Sharia.
Absolutely. Just watching her warm-ups earlier. She's got some great bars. Let's take a look here.
Buchanan with a 9.775 on the vault.
Something I really love about her bars is she's just, in everything she does, is she's very extended. Good leg form, nice arm form. Winding up for the dismount. Beautiful double layout. That looked effortless.
Outstanding start for Nicole Arts, dealing with a little bit of a shin injury, but you didn't see it there on the dismount.
There was her first release move. That was very nice into the, going to her overshoot into the low bar. There you could see she spotted that landing. That was awesome.
Perfect landing and a big smile indeed for Nicole Arts, a junior, but already a captain for Beverly Plotke and the Michigan Wolverines. We talked about Gianna O'Connor, 2015 Big Ten Championships, tied for second on the vaults.
Huge vault. She kind of flared out in the middle there. The judges love to see that. Let's see if she's going to do that again here.
Great start, by the way, for Nicole Arts. Score is in, a 9-9 for the all-arounder last year at the Big Ten Championships, as Gianna O'Connor now ready for Illinois.
There we go. Huge vault. Didn't quite flare it as much as what we just saw in the review, but that was still an awesome vault. Slight close in the shoulders off the table, and that was probably why she didn't get as much height as she normally does.
We'll see what kind of deductions for O'Connor. And how about Olivia Karras? This freshman phenom is not only the Big Ten Freshman of the Week, she's the Big Ten Gymnast of the Week.
It's quite the accomplishment.
Great start in Cancun. O'Connor, by the way, a season high 9.85 on the vault.
Beautiful pack salto. She's got a lot of height on that. Very nice handstands. She's getting those all the way up. And beautiful dismount.
She had a 9.85 last week against Ohio State. She may top that.
She may top that. Little bit of a hop back on that landing. She was going for that stick. But what a beautiful bar routine. Just so much power. Watch her leg form in the air. It is perfect.
Wow. She's from Chicago, Illinois, just 2 hours away. A lot of members of the Karras family here at Huff Hall to watch the Michigan Wolverine, and the freshman phenom Olivia Karras with a great start. Here's Julia Hutcherson replacing Jordan Gibbons for the anchor here in the vault.
Yurchenko layout. Now that start value is not as high as Yurchenko full, but it's a very nice vault. Take a look here. So she does not have any twist. A little bit of leg separation on the table. Small step back.
Meanwhile, Olivia Karras, her score is in a 9.85, which, Soraya, that matches her season high set in Cancun, where she burst onto the scene. And now, talk about freshman of the year, Brianna Brown shared that honor last year with Brianna Sang from Penn State, and the sophomore picking right up where she left off.
Watch this huge release move coming up. Again, so much height off the bar.
Hutcherson with a 9.6 in the vault. Her score is in.
And the dismount. A little bit of a buckle in the knees as she landed there. Could have continued the rotation just a bit more. Beautiful routine though. Very nice form. Let's take a look at that dismount. Watch as she comes around, she stops her rotation just a little too early.
Encouragement there from Bev Plotke, 27 years at Michigan. Brown had a 9.9 last week against Ohio State, the only 9.9 in the bars competition, as Brown wraps up the bars for the Michigan Wolverines.
That was a great first rotation for the Wolverines. Some very powerful bars.
A 9.85 for Brianna Brown, and that wraps up the first rotation. When we come back, Michigan and Illinois will do the switch. Big Ten women's gymnastics. What a great way to start here on the Big Ten Network with last year's top 2 teams. Welcome back to Huff Hall, Champaign, Illinois. Michigan and Illinois, and Michigan gets things started with a team high this year on the bars. A great start for the Michigan Wolverines, and we're now joined by the 27-year head coach of Michigan, Beverly Plotke. And Beverly, a great start for the Michigan Wolverines on the bars.
Thanks. Exciting start to the meet. I'm happy that we were able to hit all of our routines and off to a great start.
Bev, what was your goal for bars?
Just what we did. I wanted to start the meet, and I wanted to hit some, 6 in a row clean routines and get started off with a good score and some confidence and some momentum.
We know about Nicole Arts, but Olivia Karras has burst onto the scene. She looks strong in the bars. What has Karras brought to the Wolverines already?
Olivia is such a strong competitor, and she's so charismatic and so fun to watch. And everything that she does is big and dynamic and strong, and she's been such a tremendous addition, and she's got a lot of potential to do big things in the Big Ten.
Bev, thanks for being with us. Good luck the rest of the way, the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Take a look at the uneven bar results for Michigan. Great scores, a team high this year for Michigan, who comes in at 4-0.
Those are some awesome scores to start off a meet with.
Olivia Karras, the freshman that Beverly Plotke just talked about, with a 9.85, and Nicole Arts as well. Illinois is going to switch and go over to uneven. There, the results on the vault. Of course, the bottom one will grade out. Only the top 5 scores count. The first rotation in the books. And the start order running on the ticker below for the bars. You see Illinois, Lizzie LeDuc, freshman, Rachel Donovan, Sarah Lyons, Gianna O'Connor, Sunny Cato, and then Mary Jane Horth. There's Bev Plotke giving some instruction here as we get set for rotation 2. After rotation 1, Illinois with a 48.85 trails Michigan with a 49.3. BTN Plus is available on BTN to go. You can subscribe to BTN Plus and gain access to hundreds of non-televised events, then enjoy them on more platforms wherever you are. Get BTN Plus now, available on BTN to go. A little maize and blue mixed in here in Champaign, Illinois. Michigan always travels well. That's what happens when you have so much success.
Absolutely. It's always fun to, no matter where you're at, to always see you have fans cheering for you.
As we just talked about, the team score after the first rotation, you see Michigan with a 49.3, Illinois on the vault with a 48.85. You can see narrowly behind Michigan after the first rotation, but a lot more work to do here.
Definitely. They still have 3 more events. A lot could happen in 3 events.
All right, Sharaya, we told the story already. Since 1986 was the last time Illinois beat Michigan. How hard is that as Emma McLean gets set?
You know what? They just got to stay focused and do what they do in training. Good vault to start off with. Let's take a look at the height off the vault. Good form. Twisted maybe slightly early off the table, but great vault.
Emma McLean, a local Michigan kid. Of course, Olivia Karras, part of that great recruiting class for Coach Plotke. McLean's going to take a little bit longer, but Coach Beverly does believe that Emma McLean will track out at the end for Olivia Karras. Here comes Illinois now.
Starting out with the release move. And unfortunately, she did not grab onto the bar. Let's take a look there. So her fingertips just graze the bar. She has 30 seconds to get back up on that bar. Regroup.
You can see head coach Kim
Here we
Landers
go.
watching.
Trying it again and got it this time. Making sure she gets all the requirements. Full pirouette into that double back dismount and finishes it with a stick. That was a very good comeback after that fall. And there you see that one. She got a little bit more height off the bar and was able to catch that one. Little cricket in that full pirouette, but she was able to pull it out and have a nice stick.
We'll wait her score. We can tell you that Emma McLean with a 9.75 on the vault. Remember the scores and the lineups across the ticker on the bottom of your Big Ten Network screen. Here's Nicole Arts.
Let's see if she can continue this 9.9 trend that she started with on bars. Very powerful run. Huge height off the table, just a slight step back. Awesome vault.
You mentioned that shin injury. You can see her shin wrapped as well, Nicole Arts.
Very good form. Head came out just a little bit, but very good.
Nicole with 2 9.8s on the vault to start the season. Still waiting on the score for Lizzie LeDuc, who had the fall on the uneven bars, got back up, was able to, for the most part, stick her landing. Now the score coming in here.
It's going to be important for the rest of the gymnasts to shrug off that fall. You can always drop one score.
Soraya, what do you think they're talking about right now? As we saw Lizzie LeDuc with the fall to start her routine on the bars. Her score's still not in. What are they discussing?
You know, they could be discussing her start value, whether, you know, she got requirements. They could, there's so many things they could be talking about.
Wouldn't you love to just have a microphone in there to know everything they're talking about?
Absolutely.
By the way, Nicole Arts, while we're still waiting on that score from Lizzie LeDuc, Nicole Arts continues to get it done. It's her third 9.8 of the young season, matching her season high. Rachel Donovan still waiting for the cue to get started on the bars. The bars, the only competition this freshman from Bethlehem, PA has competed in this year. LeDuc score a 9.125, so a bit of a deduction for the fall.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of deductions taken off for that one. Beautiful release move. Going into that overshoot. She didn't quite land in handstand on that one. Feet came apart slightly. The judges will take for that.
Donovan averaging a 9.6 in 2 matches and another fall for Illinois. Tough start on the bars.
Tough start. You could see as she's coming around on that full pirouette, she got loose in her core section and it just took her over the bar. Let's take a look there. See how she comes around? Her feet go over the bar, wasn't able to pull it back. Now she's gonna have to repeat that move again going into the dismount. And there it is, going into the double back. A little bit of a hop. Didn't get as much rotation. She might have been running out of some energy. It's always hard to fall and then have to get back up. It takes more energy than staying on the bar.
Certainly, Rachel Donovan. A little bit disappointed. Meanwhile, having to wait quite a bit is Talia Shirelli. Coach Blocky calls her the best athlete on the team. She's already won all 3 Big Ten event specialists of the week honors in the Big Ten.
Wow. Big vault. Lazarchenko 1.5. She has a blind landing coming around on that. Watch the height. Little bit of bent knees as she comes around. She was doing that to save herself from falling short. But Bev is definitely very happy with that vault.
Bev happy. Of course, Dave Kazara also right there to meet Shirelli as well. Here's Sarah Lyons, the junior for Illinois. Not the best start on the bars for the Illini.
Release move. Very beautiful, right into her overshoot.
This is Sarah Lyons' first competition of the year.
Very nice routine. Let's take a look at this release move here. Very beautiful in the air, great form. Her feet were together. And the dismount, again, wonderful form. Small step, but great comeback bar routine.
Not a bad way to start her 2016 campaign. That's her first event, Sarah Lyons. Meanwhile, Michigan burning up the scoreboard. Shirelli with a 9.875 as we make way for Austin Shepard. Shirelli, by the way, ties her season high. She also had a 9.875 against Georgia.
Beautiful. She stuck that landing. I could kind of tell she was going to stick that one. She had so much height in the air, and I could see her spotting that ground. She's just floating in the air. Makes it look effortless. Oh, that looks like that right foot maybe slid back ever so slightly.
Yeah, just a couple inches, but certainly reason to celebrate for Coach Blocky and the Michigan Wolverines, while Illinois struggling just a little bit on the bars. Michigan looking strong in the vault. Shepard continuing the run. Remember, Shirelli had to wait quite a bit as they were waiting on the score for Lizzie LeDuc on the bars, and Shirelli stuck it. Shepard followed it up. Now back to Gianna O'Connor.
Watch her release move. She's going to have huge height. Very powerful. Wow.
Another season high for Michigan. Shepard with a 9.875.
Winding up for the dismount. Again, very fast Giants. And landed a little bit short. Had a big hop there. But man, she gets huge height. Let's take a look here. Look at that. Slightly crooked, but she got it. And just needs to pick those shoulders up a little bit more on that double layout.
O'Connor comes in top 10 in the country all around, but number 53 in the bars. And here's the freshman, already an anchor for Coach Bev Blocky, the Michigan Wolverines. O'Connor with a 9.775 on the bars as here comes Karas on the vault.
Wow. I was actually speechless watching that vault. That was very impressive.
Just a freshman from Chicago, Olivia Karas delivers again.
Wow. Just her form. Let's take a look here at that landing. Looks like that foot just slid in, but it was a very good cover. Maybe the judges missed it.
Tell you, confidence can cover up so much. You know all too well.
Can.
Your junior year, you were flying high.
Yes, confidence is key.
Here's Sunny Cato.
Take a look here. She does an inverted grip. That is very difficult to do. Not a lot of gymnasts have that flexibility in their shoulders to get that type of grip.
A 9.95 for Karis on the vault, a career high for the freshman. Sunny Cato, first team all Big Ten last year.
Very nice dismount. It looked like she had a little bobble going down to that low bar, but she was able to fight through it and keep that routine moving. Let's take a look here as she goes down to the low bar. Her shoulders came over the low bar too far. Wasn't able to kip out right away. The beautiful dismount. One small step.
Sheree, you see it so often. The team riding high continues. Every performance gets better. Illinois struggling just a little bit. There's now Brianna Brown on the bars.
Lomachenko layout. Big hop back. She had a lot of power. Again, that score is going to come in lower because there was no twist. But it's always good for the gymnast to get out there in front of judges and get some experience competing.
Brianna Brown added, by the way, because Riley Casanova, the senior from Dallas, Texas, still bothered by a lower back injury. So Brianna Brown rounding out the vault for Michigan, rounding out the bars for Illinois. It's Mary Jane Horth, the junior.
Very nice release. You don't see that release too often. And another one. Very powerful bars.
Horthy, first team All-America on bars a year ago.
She has very beautiful lines when she's on the bars. And a huge dismount. Wow. Nice full out to a perfect stuck landing.
First team All-America a year ago, and she showed why right there. A brilliant dismount.
So high, way over the high bar. Saves plenty of time to watch that landing. And coach is very happy about that.
Kim Mazza Landris, I'm sure her sisters are watching as well. Who could forget the Mazza triplets at Iowa State? And finally, Illinois with something to cheer about in the bars. A great finish right there, Sharia.
That was definitely a great finish for her to come out there after two teammates had fallen. You know what? She did her job, and it was awesome.
Keep in mind, they also have some exhibition gymnasts as well, which is important. Get the gymnasts some time.
Absolutely. It's always, like I said, on vault to get out in front of judges and get out in front of a crowd. You know, there's that pressure on you, and the coaches like to see how you're going to perform under that pressure. It gives the gymnasts more experience.
I can tell you, though, that Mary Jane Horth with a 9.9, tying her season high for the second time already on the short season, as now Jordan Givens. This performance doesn't count as far as the scores, but very important for Jordan Givens to get the time for Illinois.
So again, just slid off that bar. She didn't get too much height as she came around. She landed a little bit low on the bar, and her momentum just knocked her off. So there it was. You want that release move to come up over that high bar so you have enough time to see the bar as you're coming down to catch it. Has 30 seconds to get back on the bar.
What was your philosophy? Of course, you never fell, but if you did, would you use all 30 or would you get right back up?
I would use a little bit of it to regroup, like she did. If I needed to re-chalk up, I would do that. Good save there on the overshoot. It's important to go for those handstands. It looks like that's what she was going for. And a nice finish with the double back dismount.
That will wrap up the second rotation. Michigan off to a fantastic start. Continuing on the vault. Bev Plotke likes what she sees. On the beam, it's Illinois. On the floor, it's Michigan. Around the corner on the Big Ten Network. Stay with us. Due in part by State Farm. It pays to double check. Talk to your agent today. And you can check the scores again. Michigan with season highs on the bars and the vault. What a great way to start here at Huff Hall in Champaign, Illinois. Dean Linke back with Penn State superstar Soraya Musser. And already season highs for Michigan in their first two events, Soraya.
They are looking amazing. I mean, they came out and were so confident, and that is really showing in all of their routines.
I was so excited to see the freshman phenom, Olivia Karas, and boy, has she delivered.
Oh, yeah. She's amazing. I can see why she's been Big Ten Freshman of the Week 3 times and is the reigning Big Ten Gymnast of the Week.
Beauty and power in Karas. Meanwhile, Illinois struggled on the bars. How do they respond from that?
You know what? They just have to put that behind them. Not be discouraged by those mistakes. They still have 2 more events that they can come back and fight hard on.
Michigan, though, rolling along with season highs in the first 2 events. Take a look at the results from the second rotation. Michigan on the ball with a 49-5. As we said, season highs in the first 2 rotations. First the bars, then the vault. How about Olivia Karas, though? We just talked about her with a team high 9.95. Michigan feeling it early. Meanwhile, Illinois struggled a little bit on the uneven bars. Mary Jane Hort, though, came up with a nice score.
Yeah, she definitely finished off those uneven bars with a bang. Her teammates should be very proud of her.
Sarah Lyons with her first event of the year, the second best score. And after 2 rotations, you see Michigan now with an even larger lead. 98.55. Phenomenal start for Michigan.
Absolutely. I'm excited to watch their floor routines. Lots of fun dancing.
Michigan currently second in the nation on the floor, so you got certainly plenty of reasons to be excited. Keep in mind, Michigan started the season #1 in the country, and Soraya Musser, I like what you said in the opening, talking about Beverly Plotke, a young team, only 12 gymnasts, so everything's got to go right. Gymnasts got to stay healthy, but if they do, they could maybe shock Florida and win a national title.
Yeah, I mean, they are on the path to, if they keep doing what they're doing, they could definitely win a national title.
See Illinois getting set for the beam. That's Bridget Hodan. The judges moving around a little bit as we get you set here at Huff Hall. Nice crowd here, actually. You see it right here on your Big Ten Network screen. Of course, we were talking about it before we went on the air. Great crowds always at Penn State. It certainly amps you up.
Oh yeah, it's so fun to see the crowd getting into your routines and cheering. It definitely helps the energy level.
Illinois excited to see their team perform on the beam. As you see, Coach Kim Landris calls her team full of beamers. Very good on the beam. 10th in the nation, in fact. Illinois is on the beam.
It's going to be important for them to focus in on this event, trust their training.
One of the things you love about gymnastics is the team support, the morale as Bridget Hodan gets set. Sharaya, you were so wonderful on the beam. I can't wait to get your breakdown. You love this event.
I do love this event. You just have to kind of get in a little bubble when you're on this event. Very nice series. That was a unique series. You don't see that one too often. The judges are looking for full 180 split jumps. Very nice illusion. Again, another skill that you do not see very often. That is a hard skill to do. Beautiful dismount, only a slight step. Beautiful routine to start off with. Very unique.
Bridget Hodan, the sophomore.
Let's take a look at her series. She does a side aerial into a back handspring. We got the gainer full. She was going for that stick. Looked just a little hesitant. Let's get it, Brielle.
Now, the floor for Michigan, as I mentioned, second in the nation so far on the floor, and Lindsey Williams, the former walk-on, now a scholarship athlete at Michigan.
I was watching their floor routines during warm-up. They all are just so pretty when they dance. Very beautiful first pass, nice double pike. Great leap pass. Saw those 180 splits right there. They were to step out of bounds, it is 1/10 for 1 foot that steps out. So if both feet go out, I would believe it would be 2/10. And the last pass, double tuck, landed slightly short, but she covered it up good. Great routine to start off with. Take a look at her first pass. She does a nice double pike here, legs very straight in the air, looking for pointed toes in the air as well. This double tuck landed just slightly short. The chest was down a little bit. Wanted to pick that up at the end.
Lindsey Williams has now Brielle Wynn, who, like Bridget Hodan, who by the way had a 9.8 on the beam. Brielle Wynn, along with Bridget Hodan, the beam, the only event she's participated in so far this year.
That was a very unique mount.
Williams' score on the floor in a good start, 9.75 for Williams.
Starting out with front aerial to a back layout. It was important that she kept that connection moving. If she had a break in there, she wouldn't get the bonus.
There's a fall for Wynn.
So it looked like she didn't quite complete the turn all the way and overcorrected. Dismount coming up. Punch front full. Nice stick Very nice stick there.
Solid recovery for Brielle Wynn, just a freshman from Orange County, California. Got things started with a very interesting mount here.
Yeah, you don't see that too often. Pitch kick. Yeah, her feet just landed on the side of the beam and it knocked her off. A very beautiful dismount.
Yeah, you gotta like that recovery after the fall, midway through her routine. And now Brianna Brown for the Michigan Wolverines. Brown, a late sub as well. Last year's co-Big Ten Freshman of the Year.
Beautiful double pike. Now it is not a deduction to land on that mat. Gymnasts can use it to protect their ankles if they have had an injury or to prevent injury.
See her teammates behind getting into the routine. You gotta love it.
Always fun to do your teammates' routine.
Beautiful finesse.
Absolutely. Everything from, you know, where she's looking to her tight fingers. That's something the judges look for. They love to see sharp dance moves.
Extremely elegant.
Double tuck. Good landing. Very nice routine. Beautiful artistry.
Let's take a look at that first pass, Sharia.
So let's look at her form in the air. Very nice, feet together. Slight hop back. The judges could take that for lack of control on the landing. Beautiful last pass. Didn't see much deduction with that one.
Michigan off to a great start, no surprise. Picked to win the Big Ten by the coaches in the preseason poll is Gianna O'Connor, the all-around superstar on the beam.
Her teammates are definitely going to be looking to her for her confidence. Come up with a series. Back handspring, back layout. Solid finish. She's looking very confident up there.
Power and flair on display. Brown, by the way, with a 9.825 season high on the floor.
A little bit of a bobble, like her foot almost slipped off. She was able to hang on tight though. It's important during your beam routines to talk to yourself as you're going through your skills, saying keywords. You want to keep the rhythm moving. Very big straddle jump into a standing back layout.
Crowd likes it here at Huff Hall.
And a beautiful dismount. Stuck landing. So it's so important to stay focused while you're up on that beam. It's only 4 inches wide and not a lot of room for mistakes. Let's take a look at that dismount. Beautiful form in the air. She sees that landing as she comes around and nails it.
She doesn't look too pleased, though. You see her right there with the assistant coaches for Illinois, even as she hugged Kim Landris, the head coach for Illinois. Wasn't very happy.
She had that little bobble in her routine, so maybe that's what she's disappointed about.
Emma McLean.
Huge double pike. Had a lot of power coming out of that. Some very fun, exciting music.
So much fun to see the team behind her doing the routine in sync with the freshman Emma McLean. Sure, Olivia Karas getting a lot of attention, but Emma McLean, according to Coach Bev, she does believe she's on the right track. Great potential, huge upside.
One of the things that's so great about the floor is that when that music turns on, you can just get lost in your music.
Connor, by the way, with a 9.575. She won the beam title at Missouri in the season opener, so certainly not pleased with that score. But you see McLean rounding out her floor routine.
Coming up for the last pass. Double tuck. Beautiful landing there. Nice finish.
McLean, top 90 in the country in the floor to start her career at Michigan. How about the first and last pass for the freshman McLean?
So you'll see here she gets so much power. Very beautiful landing. Last pass. Her feet landed slightly separated. One was in front of the other. The judges could take that if they want. Overall, not much deduction on that pass.
Now Mary Jane Horth, already with solid scores, including an impressive 9-9 on the bars. Right when Illinois needed a big score, she delivered. Let's see what she does now on the beam.
Hopefully that confidence from bars carries over into the beam.
McLean's score in on the floor, a 9.775.
Solid series. Looked like she started off a bit shaky, but she's pulling it together. As the routine goes on, you kind of settle in.
Do they stay with the same routine all season, Sharia?
It depends. I always stayed with the same routine. Depending on the skills, how many you have, you can switch some in and out. But you want to compete with what you've been training with the most. We don't like to switch it up a whole lot.
The beam specialist, Sharia Musser.
Beautiful dismount. Little hop there.
Mary Jane Horth can hold her own on the beam, along with O'Connor, ranked number 37 in the country, and I think she'll have a higher score than Gianna.
Very solid landing. Not any movement there. Take a look at the dismount. Oh, she was going for that stick. Almost had it. She needs to pick that chest up just a little bit more and she would have had it.
Just a little hop. Talia Shirelli, outstanding on the floor. As we mentioned, Michigan second in the nation this year. How about Shirelli last year, tying for first at the 2015 Big Ten Championships?
That is a big score there for the Big Ten Championships. Let's see if she can do it again.
First team All-America as well in the floor. The super athletic, dynamic Talia Shirelli.
double pike, starting off with a full in. Very difficult skill right there. Beautiful second pass. I did not see any deduction there.
You saw Mary Jane Horth score in 9.75 on the beam. She won the beam title their last meet at Rutgers, as you see Shirelli on the floor for Michigan.
I really love her dance. She's very sharp and precise in all her dance moves. She finishes everything. Important to make sure you're breathing throughout your routine. When you have a lot of dance, that can tire you out. You want to save enough energy for the last pass. And there's that double pike that she ends with. Took a step forward. Could be a slight deduction. Beautiful routine though. Let's take a look at that first pass. She does a tucked full in. Her feet, her legs in the air were a little bit separated. You can just see her dance. She's so sharp. Her eyes are looking out to the crowd. I love it.
For Talia. She was a little disappointed, you can tell at the end, as now on the beam, the freshman Lizzie LeDuc from Dallas, Texas.
Series, back handspring, back layout. Again, solid landing, no movement on that one. Dancing out of that turn. Sometimes you can cover up those wobbles by dancing. Try and trick the judges. Beautiful Anoti. Now that, again, is another skill you do not see very often. It's a very difficult move to do, and to do well. On those jumps. The sheet jump is very difficult. You throw your head back, losing sight of the beam, and the dismount. Went for that stuck landing. I don't know if the judges will give that to her. She covered it up pretty well. Here's her back handspring back
solid. Yep.
It definitely was. Look. Boom, no movement. Here's her Anoti. Again, very hard. She does a half twist and does a front walkover out of it. Very difficult.
Big smile for the freshman.
Yes, she should be very proud of that beam routine.
And now, speaking of freshmen, Olivia Karas, you see her scores already. 9.95 to get things started, and here she goes on the floor. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. Again, some more upbeat music. It's always fun. Huge double Arabian. That was really, really big. That was awesome.
Outstanding height on the double Arabian, and now the flare of Karas. By the way, fellow freshman LeDuc for Illinois with a 9.825 and a career high on the beam.
Something I've noticed with the Wolverines, when they get out on that floor, they just look like they're having so much fun, and the judges love to see that. It makes them have fun. see the expressions on her face. She's having a great time.
Well, even the judges you saw right there in your shot smiling back at Olivia Karas, so they're having
Absolutely.
fun too.
It's always fun to make a judge smile. Another huge double pike. She just gets so much height off the floor. So powerful.
Power and beauty, and just a freshman, Olivia Karas, the first pass. Look at the height on this first pass.
Yeah, take a look here at this double Arabian. So big. That's just, she has plenty of time to feel out where she's at in the air. Here's her double pike. Again, so much height. That is something that sets her apart from all the other gymnasts.
A 9.90 for Olivia Karas, making a run at the all-around here at Huff Hall, Champaign, Illinois. And welcome to the Big Ten, Olivia Karas. Is now Sunny Cato, the senior. Keep in mind, she tied for second at the Big Ten Championships a year ago as Illinois with a record-setting performance. And Sunny Cato on the beam, a big part of it.
Yes, definitely. She is very solid on this event. You know, there's been a few mistakes before her, but again, you can't let that affect your performance.
She tied the school record on the beam last year against Oklahoma with a 9.95.
Here's the series. Another solid back handspring back layout. You can see the confidence she has up on that beam.
Cato, part of that California connection, now at Illinois. Brielle Wynn, who we saw earlier on the beam, also from Orange County, California.
Beautiful front aerial. Right into that jump, getting some connection bonus there.
You mentioned those key words. What are the key words you're talking about on the beam?
So the key words, every time I did a skill, I had something I wanted to focus on. Whether it was tight legs, arms by your ears, just key words to keep your mind moving.
Keyword for Sunny Cato was the finish right there, and a big hug from her coach, Kim Landress.
Here's her series. Beautiful form in the air. Her knees were straight, toes were pointed. Nice releve on the beam.
Great look at the leg action of Sunny Cato. A nice finish on the beam for Illinois. And Nicole Artz really going to go head-to-head, I think, with her teammate Olivia Karas for the all-around title tonight.
Absolutely. They both have put up some big scores tonight. First pass. Beautiful, piked full in. Had a couple of steps out, didn't quite control that landing. It was so powerful.
Soraya Sunny Cato with a 9.875, short of her record, but a season high in her senior campaign on the beam as Nicole Artz rounding out the floor for Michigan.
Sometimes in a competition you get a lot of adrenaline. It's important to control that because if you have too much power, kind of like you saw in her first pass, you got to learn how to control that excitement.
Remember, Nicole dealing with a shin injury, according to Bev Plotkin. You see that left shin wrapped.
It's definitely not easy doing these floor routines with injuries. Last pass. Beautiful double pike. She had so much height, it looked like she tried to kick out in the air. Great finish. Beautiful floor routine. Again, very powerful, beautiful dance. Take a look here at the first pass. Beautiful piked full in as she steps back. She knows that line is right there, trying to stay in bounds, which she did.
So close. Here's the
Very
last pass.
close. Beautiful leg form. Beautiful landing.
Erin Buchanan, exhibition for Illinois. Remember, the score does not count. Arts, by the way, with a 9.825 on the floor. As Buchanan is on the beam. You see the scores down on your Big Ten Network ticker. Arts, by the way, 9.825. That score coming in a moment.
Even though this score will not count, for the gymnast, it's still important to act as if it does. That's how you gain the experience. Landed a little bit short, was able to stay on the beam. Winding up for the dismount. Round off, 1.5. Small step. So only a little bit of a wobble in there. But she definitely fought, stayed on that beam.
Also an exhibition for Michigan, Nichelle Christopherson. She's from Lee Summit, Missouri. Remember, these exhibition performances do not count in the team tally. We can tell you that after 3 rounds, as Christopherson performs her exhibition here in the floor, Michigan, after 3 rounds with a 147.675, Illinois with a 145.95, Michigan with a 49.125 on the floor, Illinois with a 48.825 on the beam.
Coming up for the second pass. 1.5 punch front layout. Looked like she had a little bit of bent knees in that front layout. Important to stay tight even when you're in the air.
Buchanan, by the way, on the beam for Illinois, a 9.5, so a nice score. Doesn't count, but still quality.
Definitely. I'm sure she will get back into that gym and try and improve that score. Little cricket on that last pass, but she finished it off good. Great experience to get out there on that floor.
So that'll wrap up 3 out of 4 rotations here. Michigan has been dominant from the get-go on the road. That's why they're your reigning Big Ten champions. They're on top of Illinois. The final rotation, we come back on the Big Ten Network. Nice crowd here at Huff Hall, University of Illinois. Big Ten women's gymnastics. Last year's top 2 teams in the Big Ten championships, Michigan and Illinois. The future stars of the Illini looking on. They like what they see. And Kim Landress, now in her 5th season, 14th overall at Illinois, joins us now. Kim, great year last year, building on that. What have you seen so far? What do you like? What do you don't like, Kim?
You know, I think we saw some really aggressive routines, but we made a couple too many mistakes on bars, had a few on beam, and so we practice this every day really hard. We just got to eliminate the mistakes. This team's got talent. We just need to go out there and do what we do every day.
What do you tell your gymnasts after a couple mistakes like that? How do you keep them positive?
You know, it's 4 events, the meet, and I just tell them to go out. We practice, and they got to be aggressive. They got to attack. They got to go out and have fun and stop worrying about the outcome. It's all about the process.
Speaking of positive, what are the chances that the sisters, Katie, Karen, and Christy, are all watching the Illini tonight? What do you got to say to the K sisters?
Exactly. I love my family, so they're my biggest supporters, so I can't thank them enough.
All right, good luck the rest of the way. Thanks for being with us. Of course, we're talking about the triplets, Katie, Karen, and Kim. Thanks for being with us, Kim, and her older sister, Christy, as well. What a great story, by the way, is Joanne and Pete go in on Mother's Day. Didn't know they were having triplets, and 5 hours later, 3 of them are there. As you take a look at the results here from the beam, the third rotation. Nice performance from Sunny Cato.
Yeah, they definitely finished off with some good scores there. You know, a couple that they're probably not too happy about. But that's something to get back in the gym and work on.
Michigan comes in number 2 in the country on the floor, and the freshman Olivia Karras keeps it going, a 9.93. Outstanding performances. Not to be outdone, though, Nicole Arts right behind her.
Those are definitely some awesome scores on floor, but they deserved them.
So the team tally after 3 rotations. Michigan with a comfortable lead now on Illinois. Don't mind Illinois with that record-setting performance at last year's Big Ten championships. And how about the all-around story? You know, Olivia Karras is going to be there for Michigan. Indeed she is. It's her teammate Nicole Arts who will try to track her down on the final event. Not bad though from Mary Jane Horth as well. Olivia Karras though has been outstanding.
She really has been. I mean, she has come out on every single event and has put her best out there. She's powerful on everything, especially that floor. Just such a beautiful gymnast to watch.
Even bringing smiles to the judges' faces did Karras. And now a final huddle for the Michigan Wolverines as they look to continue their streak against this impressive Illinois team. The last time Michigan lost to Illinois was 1986. And speaking of Olivia Karras, she'll get things started on the beam for Michigan.
She's definitely a consistent worker to have first up on that beam. You want someone up there that you can trust, who's gonna set the pace for the rest of the team. Beautiful punch front, little bit of a leg lift there.
She had a 9.9 in Cancun to start the season for Michigan on the beam.
Beautiful split there. Her legs are fully extended, showing off that flexibility.
She's a performer.
She is a performer. She's very confident, and you can see that in all of her skills. Taking a deep breath as she heads into her dismount. With a stuck landing, beautiful gainer off the front of the beam.
Big, deep breath, and then a solid finish for Olivia Karras. One little bobble, though.
One slight bobble that may take away from that 9.9 she had gotten previously, but what a tremendous start for the Wolverines.
Clean landing, recovery. Well, even when she bobbles, though, she somehow has the ability to make it look elegant. As Heather Foley now on the floor for Illinois. Illinois not too shabby nationally as well. 16th nationally on the floor. Solid.
That is solid. Take a look at this first pass. Double tuck. Always love to see that head being thrown back on the landings. Definitely fun. Beautiful leaps. She She had great form in the air.
Come on, baby.
1.5. Punch front half, right into a straddle jump. Getting her connection there.
You got it, Heat. Come on now, Heat. Yeah, Heat. Come on, Heat.
Little belly flop on the floor.
Come on, Heat. On the floor. Let's go, Heat.
Gotta stay nice and tight for that. And the last pass. Punch front 1.5. A little short on the landing, but great start on the floor.
One more look at the first and second passes.
See how much height, good height in the air. She could spot that landing. Here's that second pass. Beautiful straddle jump to a nice finish.
It was last year Olivia Karas, this year Olivia Karas, last year Brianna Brown, the freshman, second on the beam at the Big Ten Championships.
That was beautiful dismount from the championships. We'll see if she's gonna do that stuck landing right now.
Helped earn her co-Big Ten Freshman of the Year honors with Penn State's Brianna Singh. Foley, by the way, a season high 9.75 on the floor as Brown starts the beam.
For an aerial, another little bobble, picking that left leg up. It's important to keep your shoulders and hips square. Keep them in line with the beam as you come up out of skills. Not a lot of room for mistakes. She got nice extension in those splits. Again, we'd like to see the landing a little bit more solid. Maybe there's a little bit of nerves. The balance beam is one of those events that a lot of gymnasts get the most nervous for. But you train, and in practice, you got to train how to control those nerves. There's a dismount. Beautiful double fold. Didn't quite get that stick, but only a slight hop. That was a good fight on the beam. Here's her series. Back handspring back layout. That was a nice solid landing. And the dismount. Beautiful form in the air. Not quite controlled on that landing, but she was saluting the judges and getting off that mat.
Still a nice smile for Brown. As Bridget Hodan now on the floor for Illinois.
First pass, starting out with a front handspring, front double full. Land a little bit crooked.
Great shot by Big Ten Network crew, as always doing an outstanding job under the direction of Jim Ressler. Love seeing the team dancing in sync. Bridget Hodan, this is her first floor event of the year. She's been exclusively on the beam until now.
Well, she's doing very well on the floor so far. Pretty illusion there. I believe she did that on the beam as well. Sometimes gymnasts will pull their favorite dance moves from the floor and add them into their beam routine or vice versa. Beautiful last pass. A little bit of stumbles on each of her passes. The judges are looking for, once those feet hit the floor, to stick and not to move. overall, that was a very nice routine.
Especially for her first time on the floor this season.
Absolutely. Here's that front 1.5 to a back layout.
Very clean.
And another 1.5 there. Again, you could see just slight movements of the feet when she landed.
That was her first floor event of her career. And this is the first time we've seen now Lauren Martinez, the sophomore from Orlando, Florida. She'll get a shot on the beam for Michigan.
Beautiful mount there, jumping right into a split. Got to have a lot of flexibility for that mount.
Holding it, by the way, with a 9-8 on the floor for the Illini.
Beautiful connection. She's a very pretty artistry when she's up on that beam.
Speaking of pretty, the leotards designed by all Big Tenor Sachi Sugiyama, who has moved on from Michigan, an outstanding performer and talented away from the gym as well. Pretty impressive to design those leotards.
Very impressive. I mean, when I walked into the arena, that was one of the first things I saw when they pulled out those leotards. They're just so sparkly and beautiful. They really catch your eye.
Marina is hoping to catch the judge's eye here.
So far, just a solid beam routine. Got the dismount. Beautiful. She is definitely happy with that routine.
Big hug from Bev Plotke as Michigan celebrating their 40th year of women's gymnastics. Bev Plotke's been there for 27 of them, and she likes what she saw in Martinez.
There's that cool mount again. Now that is pretty tricky because if you're on one side or the other of that beam, it's very easy to fall off. Beautiful series there, front aerial into the back handspring, right to that split jump. Getting those connections is important. Beautiful twist in the air. Wonderful beam routine.
Big smiles for Martinez. Dave Kazare there as well. Of course, Bev Plotke assisted by Scott Sherman, Sarah Shire-Brown, and Kaylee Hills. Martinez with a 9.875 and career high on the beam as Illinois now back on the floor. Mary Jane Horth. Great work as always by Ben Blevins, the SID from Michigan, Dan Longo for Illinois, and Jenny Doer. An outstanding job on stats.
It's always fun to see the variety in the floor routines of each team. Got a little bit of everything. You got some serious routines, some fun, exciting ones. They're all exciting. But, you know, each gymnast has their personal preference of the music that they like. I remember listening to songs and being like, this would be a great floor routine.
I can tell you folks that when we got started, Sharaya Musser was dancing to a little Justin Bieber as we were getting ready. She was ready to get back out on the floor. That would have been a treat, by the way.
I would love to get back out on that floor. Last pass. Very beautiful.
Wow, that was clean, and the
That
crowd
was
here at
clean.
Huff Hall loves it.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at that first pass. We have the front handspring to a front full. Very nice. Form was very good. She should be very proud of that routine.
Her club is Jim Worrell. She's from Akron, Ohio. Mary Jane Horth. And here comes Lindsay Williams. Horth, by the way, with a 9.85, a season high. You gotta love the story of Lindsey Williams. Mentioned a walk-on, but also an outstanding student. Did an internship with the Michigan State Geomicrobiology Lab last summer, working with groundwater wells and doing DNA distraction. She's one of only 10 student athletes at Michigan since 2009 to have an earth and environmental science major.
So far, she's been very clean. She's got great form. Beautiful split. No movement on that landing. Backhands right into the back layout. Now it's a little different that she put her series near the end of her routine. A lot of girls will put that series first and try and get it out of the way. Dismount, round off 1.5. And just a little step there. Could be 1/10. Let's take a look at that series. Very nice. And the dismount. She went off a little bit to the side, which resulted in that step. But overall, she had a very clean, solid routine.
Lizzie LeDuc now on the floor for Illinois, the all-around freshman from Dallas, Texas. More season highs coming in. Lindsey Williams with a 9.875 on the beam. That's also a season high. Nice stick there by Lizzie LeDuc.
Very nice first pass. Beautiful leaps. Her knees are so extended in those. Second pass, front handspring, front full to a punch front layout. Lots of smiles throughout this routine. And the last pass, front handspring, 1.5. Very nice. Beautiful dance.
Beautiful indeed, as Illinois has really done well on the floor. They come in 16th in the nation, and boy, they needed a confidence builder after struggling in the first two rotations. They're feeling it here at the end.
They are, yeah. You know what? They are looking very confident on the floor. So it's awesome that they're putting those last two events behind them and focusing on the floor. Double pike, a little bit of flex toes in the air. The judges can take off for that. And there's the teammates having fun mimicking her dance moves.
Olivia Karas not the only fantastic freshman here today. Lizzie LeDuc as well. Speaking of fantastic, your all-around winner last year at the Big Ten Championships, Nicole Artz. Our State Farm State of Success, a junior and already a captain for Michigan as she sticks it on the bars and solid on the beam.
It's just so impressive every time you see it. She's so clean.
Already this year, 10th in the nation on the beam as she gets started.
That was another beautiful mount. It's always fun to think of unique ways to mount the beam. pulled that back on as she came around. Kind of looked like she was shifting to the left, but she pulled out that back handspring. Very nice fight.
Big fight to pull it out as she was wobbling just a little bit. See if the judges saw that.
She covered it up pretty well.
I agree.
Front toss. Solid landing there. She's even powerful on the beam. Just everything she does has so much height.
Wow.
And there's her dismount. Again, powerful. She sees her landing. She's just so confident, and you can see that in everything she does. There's no hesitation. And the dismount, beautiful. Perfect landing.
Saw the sign in the crowd, I love Nico, and Nicole Arts delivering for Michigan.
Come on, Tal.
Now back to the floor for Illinois. They've had a nice floor rotation. And it's Aaron Buchanan, the junior from Haymarket, Virginia. Capital Gymnastics was her club. Arts, by the way, with a season-high 9-9. Jenny Dewar trying to track down if that's enough to overtake Olivia Karras for the all-around. It's going to be tight.
Nicey, let's go now!
So far, good start to the floor routine. That first pass, she had a slight bobble. Let's see if she can make up for it on these next couple passes. Double back. That was very nice landing. Some more fun music. It's definitely fun to try and get the crowd into your floor music.
Did you pick your own music when you did floor?
It was about half and half. I would hear some things. Oh, kind of missed the landing there. Looked like she buckled in her knees. But to go back to your question, I had some music and my coaches picked out some others and we meshed them together. Let's take a look at this last pass. She does a round off 1.5. She wasn't quite ready for that punch front. Shoulders were a little bit behind the feet. You gotta stay nice and tight to get ready for that front tuck.
Number 2 in the nation on the beam, Talia Shirelli getting set. Don't want to be the kiss of death, but Michigan has not countered a fall this entire season as Shirelli wraps it up for Michigan. That is amazing.
That is very impressive.
Are you
Little
kidding me?
fall there.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Right out of my lips and onto the floor is Shirelli. I
Very
can't believe it.
uncharacteristic. So they can probably drop this score, but you know, it's important that it's always good to keep a little bit of pressure on yourself. If you think that, you know, you have the meat and you kind of let up a little bit, that's when mistakes happen like that.
Keep in mind, though, it may not count, though. Brianna Brown, you see as the scores come across your bottom. Gotta love that here on the Big Ten Network, a 9-7. So Michigan has not counted a fall. May not need to count this one. Buchanan, by the way, with a 9-1 on the floor.
Huge dismount. That is a double back dismount. You do not see that too often. Very, very difficult.
And here's my kiss of death right here.
So her hips were just shifted off to the right as she was coming around on that back layout. Wasn't able to get those feet on the beam. Beautiful double back though. One step back. It's a great routine other than that fall.
And here is Gianna O'Connor, the All-America, 5'2" senior, getting set on the floor. Can tell you that Olivia Karas with the all-around lead right now over her teammate Nicole Arts, as Gianna O'Connor, number 19 in the country, on the floor.
Coach Landers had talked about the power that she has. Let's take a look at it. Beautiful first pass. Had some connections there.
So Shirelli's score will be dropped on the beam. It's a 9.225.
Beautiful double pike. Nice form in the air. Her floor music is a bit more intense. It's got some fast dance moves. Again, important to be breathing while you're dancing. You want to save energy for these last passes. Very nice. Looked like her legs came just slightly apart in the air, but only would be a minor deduction. Beautiful floor routine. The crowd loved that. Let's take a look at that first pass. She does a punch front right into her double back. And we have round off, double pike, round up back handspring, double pike. Very solid landing. You can see the mat there again.
And that'll wrap up the fourth rotation. We'll be back to wrap it up. Michigan knocking off Illinois, continuing their run in the Big Ten. We'll be back with more on the Big Ten Network. Puff Hall, Champaign, Illinois, and Michigan, your reigning Big Ten champion, will win it again. Those are your fourth rotation results. Outstanding job by the junior captain, Nicole Arts, and also Olivia Karas with a 9.8, part of a brilliant performance. And on the floor, Gianna O'Connor with her third floor event title to start 2016, a 9.925 for the superstar senior. The team results, Michigan keeps the streak alive. Not since 1986 have they lost to Illinois, and they'll continue it with a 196.825. Dean Linke, along with former Penn State star Shreya Musser, and the future of the Big Ten, Olivia Karas, three-time Big Ten Freshman of the Week, this week's Big Ten Gymnast of the Week, and today's all-around performer. A great performance. Things are going great for you at Michigan. Tell us about your performance today, Olivia.
I had a lot of fun today. It was great competing with all the girls, and it was kind of our first away meet. We competed in Cancun this year, but this was kind of what we considered our first away meet, and so I had a lot of fun. It was great being with everyone on the road, and I think that we had a great competition here, and we're looking forward to what comes in the future.
You are so confident in all of your routines. I mean, you can see it in your skills. What are some of the things you focus on going into a routine?
We focus a lot on being tight and thinking just in the moment, not getting ahead of yourself, and not getting behind yourself as well. And so that's something we worked a lot on in the gym, and it helps build confidence. And so I think that that's been something really important for our team as a whole, and I think we've been working on it really well, and it's been going well.
Olivia from Chicago, Illinois, just a couple hours away. I'm guessing the Karas family was here to see your show.
They were here, yeah. I had a blast seeing them, seeing them in the crowd or whatever. But yeah, it was great having them here and cheering me on and stuff. So
thank you for being with us as we take a look at the outstanding job by Olivia Karas on the all-around. The freshman phenom is outstanding. And what a job she did on the beam as well. Olivia Karas As Michigan now 46 consecutive wins over Illinois since 1991. You see Olivia Karas narrowly beating her teammate Nicole Arts for the all-around event title here at Huff Hall. Now joined by Bev Aplaki, 27 years at Michigan. And you told me Olivia Karas was special, and she showed us today, Bev.
She sure is. You know, she's so charismatic on the floor. She's just dynamic and strong, and she has so much fun out there. It's really fun to watch her.
What do you tell your girls during training, like, to be so confident out on the competition floor?
You know, it's really just believing in your preparation, I think, and they work very hard in the gym, and we try to work on the detail kinds of things that will help them be confident in competition. We don't, you know, we work on difficult skills. I think we have difficulty in our routines, but we don't over-trick the kids. We want to make sure that they have skills in their routines that they know and we know that they can do very well and very consistently. So.
It definitely shows.
Final question, 40 years now of women's gymnastics at Michigan, your 27th year. Do you have the pieces to win a national title this year?
You know, I think that we really do. There's a lot of good teams in the country, that's for sure, and we will have our work cut out for us, but so do they. And I think half of the battle is believing that you're capable of doing that and believing that you deserve to compete at that level. And I think the team this year really does have that belief in themselves and our abilities. And, you know, we just got to go out there and keep, you know, one meet at a time. It's way too early to start talking about postseason, but, you know, so far I like what we're doing. I like where we are. You know, we just got to keep trying to build.
Bev, thanks for being with us. 11-time Big Ten Coach of the Year as Michigan knocks off Illinois here on the Big Ten Network and continues their run. I want to thank Saraya Musser and everybody with the Big Ten Network, including our producer, Jim Ressler. Coming up next here on the Big Ten Network. So long from Champaign. Congratulations to Michigan.